Hello guys, welcome back. Because I promised I was going to show you more examples on how you can multiply and divide rational expressions. I will go with the third example here on this part 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we're doing here. So let's take another problem where we have maybe example 3, in continuation from where I stopped, with 2x squared divided by x to the 3 minus 1, and then we have x squared plus x plus 1 divided by 4x. Okay, so this is the example we're trying to do here. So again, you got to take it one by one, piece by piece. I'm going to look at 2x squared first. So for 2x squared, I'm going to work with that first. 2x squared is 2x squared, so I do not need to factor that into anything special, but I'm just going to leave it like that and keep an eye on it. Okay, and there's another one that I can keep an eye on. So the 4x, so it doesn't really have much, but I can factor that into 2 times 2x if I needed to. And then this 2x squared here can be factored into 2x times x. All right, so that we can factor 4x to 2x times 2. Or we can do that. Or 2 times 2x. So you can actually do that. But then we want to pay attention to will be the first denominator right here. We have x to the third power minus 1. Again, you know that x to the third power minus 1 this is a difference of cubes because we can just write 1 as a third, right? So just like we said. So in this case now, this result is going to factor into x minus 1, and then you get x squared, then minus plus x, because I'm looking at the base here. The base is 1, so I'll just have 1x, okay, 1x. If I had the base as 2, it would have been 2x, like if I had 8 here. Okay, so maybe I can show you more examples on that. Here I am looking at uh, positive 1, right? Because I want to make sure that when I do my distributive property here, distribute and multiply or expand this result, it is going to give me back x to the third minus 1, right? So that's what I'm looking at. So I can keep an eye on that. Again, another thing to keep in mind is that you're looking at this part here, possibly being able to divide this part here, right? Again, that kind of gives you the clue as to what you want this part to factor into. So you can see that it has some matching factors, and this is what I am looking at here. So now with these results, I can now go back and just rewrite everything. The, the first expression right here, I said I could keep that as 2x times x, right? And I'm going to divide that by the green expression, which I have just found out to be x minus 1 multiplied to x squared plus x plus 1. And then you're going to need to multiply all of that to the numerator here, which I did not need to do anything for. So x plus 1, probably just keep that together and brackets like that. And then for the 4x, I suggested that you can do that as 2x times 2. All right, so now I'm ready to cross out the factors that I see that are common. So I can cross out this 2x versus this 2x, and I can cross out this x squared plus x plus 1 and x squared plus x plus 1. So then finally I have x here divided by x minus 1, and this is what you would get for this result. Again, the warning is not for you to cross out the x here and the x there, because that doesn't work. Okay, so you have a difference in denominator. All right, so we will take the number 4 example, and that will be the last one for this part. So for number 4, so we're looking at 2x squared minus 6x divided by, maybe you have another, maybe say 15y, because sometimes you can have different variables in your expression. And then you're looking at maybe say 2xy divided by 5y to the squared. Again, you can take this piece by piece. Yes, first I will start with this and factor that into something. I know that there's a 2 here, there's a 2 here, and there's an x here, there's an x there. So which means I can factor that into 2x in x minus 3. And then for this result here, If I want, I can just leave it that way because I mean, it could be 3 times. I can do that as 3 times 5y. Yes. Okay. Oh, I can just completely decompose the number into the prime factors, product of the prime factors, so that I can just have that as 3 times 5 times y if I wanted to. Then I have keep, change, flip. So I'm going to change this to multiplication. I'm going to move this up and move this down. Cool. And that's going to be 5 times y if I wanted to. I can do that. And 2xy goes down to 2 times x times y. Okay, so this is what I get. So that means 2 times x just simply means 2x. So I can do that as 2x because I want to be able to use that against 2x in the numerator for the first expression. So that, all right, so this is what I get. So far, so good. And I'm now looking for my common factors to cross out. So first, I can go with this 5 and that 5 over there. I can go with y and y over here. I can go with 2x and 2x over there. And now just look around to see what I have left. So what I get left will be x minus 3 divided by 3y. And this will be my final result. I hope this is helpful and I will see you in another video. Thank you very much.